Namaste. I'm introducing the next speaker, Mr. Paresh Kumar Sethi, General Manager, Sales and Marketing, Avanti Feeds, and he heads the sales and marketing team of Avanti for the feed division as well as healthcare product, and he supervises around 350 strong technical team. He obtained a master's degree in MBA from Agribusiness from Mysore University, and he has been working in different multinationals like Amalgamation Group, Olam International, Sugna Foods, and for last 9 years he has been with Avanti Feeds. And as all our people, the audience, they know, India is having a diverse culture pattern with different salinity, different climatic conditions, and with a lot of inland farming area. And of course, India is the leading producer and exporter of shrimp in the world. And we would like to know the production trends, constraint, and in the production due to COVID from Mr. Paresh Kumar Sethi. And he is the man thick in action with a big sales team and with a big dealers network, having in-depth knowledge about different culture conditions and culture pattern of Indian shrimp farming. So now the next presenter, Mr. Paresh Kumar Sethi, is going to speak on COVID impact on Indian shrimp aquaculture and outlook for the foreseeable future. Thank you.
Thank you, Monty. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You are.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Greetings from India and greetings from Avanti. My name is Paresh Kumar Sethi. I'm the General Manager, Sales and Marketing for Avanti Feeds. So I was asked to present a paper on the COVID-19 impact on the Indian shrimp aquaculture and the foreseeable future for the business this year. Thanks to SAP for giving me the opportunity. And I would like to start from the beginning of this year. Like this year, 2020, began very well. From the Jan, Feb, March, we were expecting a very good growth in culture, and culture was progressing very smoothly. And business, we were expecting a growth of 15 to 20% this year. We were going in the right track till the beginning of March and second week of March. And suddenly this pandemic started giving problems in India, and India's lockdown situation came up by third week. And suddenly the things changed. So it was so drastic that nobody was prepared for these kind of eventuality, and aquaculture was no less prepared. And we had a major setback from the third week of March when the lockdown started. There was a sudden drop in prices started from third week of March, and processors were taking in material less and less. So the price drop started a panic reaction in the farmers, and there was a sudden drop in price, decreased by nearly 30-35%. This became a phenomenon mostly in Andhra Pradesh. Those days, the culture was there more in Andhra, and other than states were just planning for stocking and all. And that also impacted. The stocking patterns also changed, and many culture practices of this year went into reverses compared to last 2-3 years. Due to this, the revenue loss to Indian shrimp farmers is around 5,000 crores, and the production loss must be 50,000 metric ton, near to 50,000 metric ton in those first crop. Hatcheries were very badly affected. Hatcheries, those seasons, March, April, May was the peak season for them to sell seed. They were not able to sell seed due to non-availability of transportation, because the initial days of first lockdown, the transportation was not allowed from one state to state freely. And the manpower was biggest setback, because many of the workforce from the factories processing the feed industry and the farming laborers started moving back. They were all expats from other states. They started moving back. Due to the conservative estimate of 3.5 billion seed has been drowned in the hatcheries, which contributed to 80 crore to 100 crore losses. The farmers who planned to stock in the end of March and April, mostly from Orissa, Bengal, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu, all postponed their stocking, because there was total uncertainty and nobody was able to give a clear picture about the pandemic. And day by day, the cases started increasing in India, and lockdown becomes very strict. And all the state governments and central governments put strict lockdown of movement of people and movement of any goods and all in the first initial lockdown. And the farmers also who were harvested, who was harvested in those
Excuse me, sir, if I could interrupt you.
Yeah.
Would you like to share your screen if you have any presentations?
Yeah, the presentation is not seen.
Yes, sir, we are not seeing the presentation, sir.
Okay. I thought I shared it with you.
Yes.
Mad break was there, I think, in between. So that.
Should I share it again? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes, sir, but you can make it into a bigger screen.
Yeah.
Larger screen.
Is it okay?
Okay, sir. Go ahead. Yes, sir. Thank you.
The farmers, I'll continue this. The farmers who are planning to stock in the end of March and April postpone their stocking, and also the farmers who are harvested in this panic harvesting time, they were no more to come back to stocking. In all, we estimate a loss of 60,000 metric ton of shrimp production loss happened in those initial days of lockdown. Government also put strict measures on workforce ethics and forcing many processes to stop production, reduce production, and also the migrant workers left their workplace, which affected mainly farming operations and to some extent processing plants also. Processing plants also, they were asked to restrict the number of people in the processing floors to have social distancing and all. That was highly impossible. And many workers who were coming from the nearby villages were not allowed to come and work in the factories due to strict lockdown conditions, and processors were not able to buy more materials also. Suddenly, the sudden stoppage of shipments and supply chain was also affected. Initial days, the container movement was also a problem, and most of the offices, the customs office, all was not functioning fully. In the later date, government withdrew these things, and they allowed us to do the shipment. The initial 1 month, there was a big problem for this. And the seed stocking was again a disruption. As I told earlier, that Gujarat and Orissa, Bengal, and Tamil Nadu were just planning for their first crop stocking. And this gave them made them to give a break and think to postpone the culture stocking. And supply of both broodstock and live feed for broodstock was also disrupted. There was no incoming international flights coming, and the broodstock were also not been imported, and many hatcheries couldn't operate due to non-availability of broodstock and the feed for broodstock. And panic harvesting, there was a widespread rumor saying that all the industries will shut down and there will be no buyers and all. And farmers who were at any stage from right from 5 grams to any stage, they all started harvesting, and there was no buyers. Some of the farmers had to discard their harvest as the metal got spoiled. And there was 40 to 150% drop in shrimp prices. You look at those days between March 20th to April 15th, the price drop was very steep, and there was no fixed price. Anybody could quote any price and buy the material. And many farmers in Andhra Pradesh, as we know, had to give it at throwaway prices. They lost nearly 150 rupees per kg in those harvests. And due to this, most of the farmers abandoned culture, and they didn't plan any new stocking for next 30 to 45 days. And this happened, and the credit squeeze also happened in the entire supply chain. And you see, there was no money rotation happening, and exporters were not able to pay the farmers, and the farmers were not able to pay the feed and the probiotic suppliers. And there was rotation of money was also stopped. If you look at the overall Indian shrimp production trend from 2010 till 2019, there was a continuous CAGR growth of 21% due to Vanamai, thanks to Vanamai and expansion in many new culture areas. We are continuously growing. But this year, we definitely see a drop of 20% due to several uncertainties. As you all know, this COVID pandemic is still not over in India. It is still, we are at the number 2 position, number of cases growing. And many of our cultural areas like Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Gujarat are still high in number of COVID positive cases coming in. And there is a lot of uncertainties in the industry. And there may be some improvement in the next 4 months on production trends, but still we see a definite drop in production compared to last year by at least 18 to 20%. If you look at the broodstock imports, basically in India, the first crop season is between March to June. That's the time when hatcheries sell the maximum of the seed of the year. And they will be ready by to import broodstock also for the next season, next crop also those days. And during March, April, I think the lowest of the broodstock import happened. And that in turn, there was severe shortage of seed in the month of June, July. And only post-July, only farmers could get good seed this year. And if you look at the culture running status compared to 2018 and 19 and 20, there was a definite drop of 30 to 35%, as I said earlier, between the month of March, April, and May. April, every year, if you look at the graph, April and May are the peak seasons in India, the first crop. And this year, you see the huge gap. There's a definite drop of more than 35%. As in mostly in Andhra Pradesh, the culture should have been the peak stage that time. There was hardly any culture during April and May. And other states hardly stocking it up until May and June only the new stocking started. So we expect in those days, in that same trend, to continue to 1 lakh metric ton less production this year. We are hoping that, the post October, November, December this year, culture will be slightly better than last year. Hopefully, that can make up a little bit on this. Seed stocking also, farmers, due to non-availability of good seed in the month of March and April, stockings also reduced, and stocking densities has been reduced. If you look at some states like Bengal, Gujarat, and Tamil Nadu, and some part in Andhra, usually the densities were higher by 60, 70 pieces last year, year before last year and all. This year, most of them reduced to 30 pieces to 40 pieces, some places even 20, 25 pieces also, because they were not sure about the future, how the culture is going to progress, and will there be any buyers for them. A lot of uncertainties were there. Even post June, July, there was price was getting, there was a lot of fluctuation happening in the shrimp prices, and exporters were also not able to give a clear trend about how this demand pattern will be this year. So there was erratic seed stocking. If you look at the graph, there was in other years, if you look at 18, 19, March and April had the peak of stocking. This year, the lowest of the stocking. If you see the graph, only in the month of July and August, the seed stocking picked up. Compared to last year, by end of August, it has slightly increased compared to last year. Now, it is on par with last year's seed. Harvesting also, as I told earlier, there's March, April, maximum harvesting happened. Then in the month of May also, there was some whatever leftover culture was harvested, and the new stockings was started in the month of June. Was again because we had bad floods this year in Andhra Pradesh, and even in Gujarat and many Bengal, Orissa, continuous rainfall was coming. And post rainfall, there was a WSS outbreak, and there was many of the unplanned harvest was more this year. Most of the farmers harvested at 80, 90, 100, and 150, 150 count also. Post June, July, the prices stabilized, and there was good price for between 100 to even all sizes. but farmers were not able to plan their output as per their liking, because there was a lot of disruption in culture, and there was post harvest was more continuously. Even now also we see a lot of damages happening in throughout the culture area on all states. Look, if you look at the farm gate prices of 2018 and 19 and 20, if you look at those 2 years, 18, 19, prices were fairly, stable. There not much fluctuation happening. This year also, beginning of the year, the prices was very good till March. And suddenly this pandemic was declared and the prices crashed by nearly 40%, farm gate prices, and there were no buyers. Most of the exporters had to restrict their purchases to limited volume because of the no storage available, no workers available. And so to restrict the purchases, they reduced the prices. And in some states, the state government had to interfere and regulate the prices. But again, that was for a period of 15-20 days. And when all the metal got harvested, the prices rebound. And by the end of May and June, prices regained the initial year prices. And it was stable till again month of August, when there was some export incentive was withdrawn from the exporters by the central government. The prices again reduced by nearly 30-40 rupees. But recently, last 1 week, 10 days, due to good demand from the importers, the prices are again rising. So we are hoping that in the next 3-4 months, the price will be stable, and farmers will be able to get a decent price till at least at the end of the year and the beginning of next year. There are some positives also we have noticed because of the pandemic lockdown happened. Government of India and state governments of most of our agriculture states recognized aquaculture as one of the essential services, and Government of India allowed movement of all aquaculture activities, people, vehicles, and were not allowed to be stopped in the borders, and they were given passes, and even our technical team were allowed to move around in their work area and work. So that was one good sign that the government recognized our industry as an essential service. And surprisingly, this was a big demand from most of our partners in India, that we have to increase the domestic demand and consumption. By default, most of the people who were locked down at home, when they started consuming good protein food, and protein was always recommended to be taken more to be healthy. So people started buying more of domestic, people buying shrimp increase along with chicken and fish. So by default, some increase in sale has happened, and we are seeing that trend continuing now in most of the bigger cities. I hope this will be a regular trend, and we should see at least 10% sale of Indian production in domestic market. That's a good sign. And shrimp and fishes are now considered to be a most safest food globally, and more and more write-ups are coming in the media about the shrimp eating is healthy, and I hope that this will help our industry. Another thing we noticed is the unhealthy competition of seed, feed, and health care products have evened out. All the stakeholders of the industry have realized that only the quality products will survive, and people are investing on that, and the stronger and the better companies will only remain, because sustainability is the question now. So people who can produce good quality inputs only will be able to sustain in the industry. And farmers also with strong financial, good infrastructure have survived well in spite of the price drop. And farmers who are very serious about and committed to the shrimp farming will remain, because the non-serious farmers who have come as a part-time business have all left this industry and run away. So the long-term vision farmers are only surviving in the industry, and now this has cleaned up the outsiders who have come for a short-term game. They have realized that this is not the industry they can come and do quick money and go. So so that has cleaned up the industry in that way. There was internationally, if you see, during the lockdown, China had almost shut down their aquaculture, And when they opened up and they started stocking in the month of June, they had a problem due to DIB virus, and their most of their culture got damaged. The global shrimp output also was reduced by 15 to 20% due to most of our countries, shrimp producing countries were affected. If you look at Ecuador, if you look at it, Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, all the countries are affected, and they had similar and more difficult problems. If you look at Ecuador, I think they had bigger problems than India. And most of the countries reported a reduction in shrimp culture by 15 to 20%. The major beneficiary of the demand-supply gap should be India, because we have a wide range geographical and climatic condition coupled with inland farming. So we are hoping that this year the culture, the next part of the culture will extend during winter season also, and we will be able to get better output compared to last 2-3 years. If you compare our culture areas in India, how these survived the COVID impact. North AP, let's look at this North Andhra Pradesh, districts of Srikakulam, Visakhapatnam, East Godavari and West Godavari. These are the major shrimp producing areas in Andhra Pradesh. Mostly 60% of Andhra's culture happens here. The success rate was also good. But this year, due to COVID, there was a panic harvesting, and followed with the second crop stocking. They was badly affected by floods in East and West Godavari. And post floods, there was a massive outbreak of WSSV, and most of the farmers had to do forced harvest. So recently, again, they are come back to stocking now, and we are hoping that at least the third crop, which this is the third crop they are stocking, this should be successful this year, because the prices are stable. If the weather helps them, whatever seed available in the hatcheries are good quality now, and they should be able to get a better crop, at least for this stocking now. The south, if you look at the Krishna, Guntur, Prakasam and Nellore, out of these two big districts of Prakasam and Nellore, initially last 2-3 years had a very bad drought situation, and the culture was always a failure because there was no rains from the last 3 years in Guntur, in Prakasam and Nellore districts. There was hardly any culture. The culture had reduced by nearly 50 to 60% in these two districts. Last year, we had some good rains in the end of last year. Again, this year, we had continuously rains, and in the first crop also, they could do better culture this year, followed by the second crop from post-June. Good stocking has happened. Now, presently, there is a good culture progress is happening. So we see a improved culture compared to last 2 years in these 2-3 districts. Tamil Nadu, again, it's a mix of culture. You know, first crop, there was hardly any culture due to pandemic declaration. There were strict lockdowns in Tamil Nadu. Movements of people were restricted, and farmers also didn't do culture. The second crop only, they started in the month of June. Then again, the seed availability was not good, and now again, they have started from the month of August. Major stocking has happened. Now we see a good improvement in stocking compared to last year. This year, again, the stockings are going to improve for the next 2-3 months. And we see culture continuing, and the rollover culture to next year also will be good, as the prices are stable now. They should be having a better crop, at least for the second crop this year in Tamil Nadu. But overall, it will be less than last year. It will not be more than last year. But we see at least one good crop in Tamil Nadu this year. West Bengal, again, due to delay in stocking this year, first crop, nearly 30% of the culture was delayed. And whatever stocking they could do in the second crop also, they had a lot of problems. Because rain started heavy in the month of June, July. A lot of damages happened, and there was cyclone also affected there in West Bengal this year. A severe cyclone struck them, and panic harvesting happened during cyclone, and this corona outbreak started late in Bengal and still continuing. So not a good year for West Bengal. We feel at least 25% reduction there in culture overall. Now also there is a lot of forced harvest due to outbreak of diseases, and this is not a good year. If you look at the graph also, the production will drop drastically this year compared to last 2 years. Orissa is one of the better states compared to the culture this year. Last year, was also a good crop. And this year also similar crop output, maybe a 5 to 6% drop may be noticed, because there was a delay in stocking, but whatever stocking they did in the later part of June did a good successful first crop. Then again, second crop also good stocking happened. The culture is continuing. We may see a culture extended till November also this year. And we see a normal culture year in Odisha this year. The biggest drop in culture will be in the West Coast, because they had a very bad impact of COVID in the initial time. And there was a delay in stocking this year due to non-availability of seed, and transportation was also a problem. But the flights were taking the seed. But due to this uncertainty, most of the farmers reduced the stocking density and reduced the stocking also. If you look at the trend of culture in Gujarat, a major state in West Coast, 2018 was better and 19 was at least 20% below 18. Again, if you look at 20, it will be again 25% below 2018. Majorly, there was less stocking, and whatever stocking happened, then there was heavy rains and continued by a lot of WSSP outbreak also. And that is recently, last couple of months, running mortality syndrome is widely noticed. And most of the farmers are not able to get the desired output. Their survivals are dropping very badly. And we expect at least 25 to 30% less culture in Gujarat. Overall, in West Coast, at least 20-22% reduction happening this year. So only saving grace for them, at least now the prices are stable. There will be some, because that is the demand pattern is increasing, and demand is there. As buyers from South will go and buy material from Gujarat. At least some salvage will be happening, at least for this September, October harvest. If you look at the total production trend, as I said earlier, North AP will drop by 20%. South AP between 5 to 7.5% maximum. Orissa, Bengal, due to major drop in Bengal, it will be around 12.5%. Tamil Nadu 18 to 20% because the first crop was nearly negligible culture was there. West Coast, as I said, 23-25%, and traditional farming around 11%. So overall, we see by end of December should be around 15 to 16%, 17% drop in culture. Even there is a recovery, we expect 6,70,000-75,000 metric ton of shrimp production this year. Forecast, as I said, for the next 3 months. This year, 2020, till now, been ups and down, lot of ups and down, uncertainties more. And in this pandemic threat, we have to appreciate our technical team of all companies are working hard in this panic and distress situation and helping the farmers to get the crop. But still, the farmers are not able to get due to diseases outbreak, floods are there, and so many uncertainties, confusions. So we feel the worst is almost over. From post September onwards, at least the next 3 months, the situation will be better than couple of last 2 quarters. And prices, as I said earlier, it's going to be less fluctuating because demand is there and production is there. So next 2 months, there will be better output coming, and demand will be there because US is buying, China is buying, Europe is buying. Almost all countries are buying, so demand will be better, and definitely farmer will get the best of the prices in the last quarter of this year. South AP and Tamil Nadu will have a better culture this year, and we will get a better output than the previous 2 years. With stable shrimp prices in North Andhra, we'll plan for restocking in the next 2-3 months also. And winter temperature doesn't increase there below 20 to 24 degrees. So there should be a continuous culture which will run on to next year also. 2019 second crop was better than the first crop. We see the similar trend happening in Andhra Pradesh. So new stocking of this year will be almost similar to last year, which is going to happen now. Andhra Pradesh, which contributes to 65% of Indian shrimp production, have always bounced back from lows. As you see the previous experience of 1995, 2008 and 18. We went to the rock bottom, and within no time we could bounce back. That is the strength of Andhra farmers. They can react very quickly and get back to normal production. global factors, considering the market condition, we should encourage farmers to stock moderately, not high density, between 15 to 20 grams. Harvest size should be better. If sudden demand increases for bigger size, they can go up to partial harvesting and go to 20 to 30 count. 30 count is prices are stable from last 2 years, but very few, around 5 to 10% farmers are only able to reach. So this year also same trend was there. We suggest farmers to use good quality seed, feed, and other input. During uncertain time, always safe to use best and get best results. They can reduce the production cost by increasing the productivity, higher survival, and better FCR. Farmers should not go for inferior quality seed to reduce the production cost. We saw some of this year between June and July, when the seed availability was not there. There was some local wood stocks and local hatchery seed was also sold. That burnt the farmers very badly this year. No SPF seed was there available in those days. And we suggest not to compromise the use of to use good probiotics and immune modulators. And pond preparation, including EHP prevention protocol, must be followed. Otherwise, losses are increasing. We suggest the farmers to follow the good practices. If there is daily feed consumption drop for more than drop is more than 20% for a week and growth less than 1 gram per week consequently, then immediate harvesting is suggested. Advise not to stock in peak WSCC infection period. Like this year, we had a very bad outbreak between the break of the monsoon between July and August, where the neighboring farmers were affected. It was a total washout in many of the areas. So I thank you all for giving me the opportunity, and I request all of us, our aquaculture community, to be safe till we are in the middle of the serious pandemic, and let God bless our agriculture and let us all do well 2021. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for a very impressive, information-filled, in-depth analysis, as well as what everybody looks forward. You have covered the entire segment of this industry, starting from the hatchery to the production side, and also from the other pricing and what the farmers have felt due to the COVID. Two critical inputs which you have said about the credit squeeze, which has really affected the entire supply. And there was a dip of 40 to 150% dip in shrimp price during the COVID days. And how the farmers have fought over it, supported by feed mills and other input suppliers and processors. And now we see the positive trend that India would end up with 675,000 tons, with culture progressive is going on, except for some issues with West Bengal or with the Gujarat areas. And last you said AP is bouncing back. It's a good sign. Thanks for ending it with a positive note. We all hope that we get back to our glory and all the farmers benefit. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.